Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and with this video, I'll be discussing my thoughts on episode 1 of the anime series, Hitsugi no Chaika Avenging Battle. And I am so uber stoked and excited that this series is back, because it really throws you right back into the thick of it. We find out essentially that only a month's time has passed since the big culminating battle in the finale episodes of Season 1 of Hitsugi no Chaika, with the flying fortresses, and seemingly this battle was what took the life of Gillette, one of the lead investigators, into the multiple Chaika effect. And it's interesting that because at the beginning of this episode we get a flashback that may or may not answer some of the speculations from Season 1 that carried over, in as far as Arthur Gaz may have been sensing his time was very limited, and he put into motion an order that involved the name Chaika, that he has this sort of, very evil grin when he's finally taken down by the 8 heroes who killed him and slayed him. That leads me to suspect, in any case, that yes, these multiple Chaikas roving the world and trying to reclaim his remains and everything like that were probably a reincarnation sort of prompting order, that kind of thing. Through sorcery, he probably thought he would be coming back, and the powers that be over the land basically are holding Arthur Gaz's remains as being integral to that flying fortress battle, and thus linking the Chaikas to it. And they all feel that there is something malevolent on the horizon, and because some of the Chaikas have conflicting goals as to why they're trying to reclaim those remains, of course, the proper Chaika that we follow just maintains she wants to have a funeral for her lost father. We know that some of the other Chaikas have differing reasons, and potentially more malevolent ones, basically respawning the empire that Arthur Gaz led, that led to a 300-plus year war and all this stuff. Just very interesting that Chaika, Toru, Akari, and Frederica find themselves in the care of one of those 8 heroes, one of those former 8 heroes who took down Arthur Gaz himself. And it's the very benevolent, as she's known, Lady Claudia, who, as she's introduced, is just kicking Chaika's ever-loving ass all over the floor. And it's interesting, though, because she has a very gaming sensibility in that she's basically like, look, you have to rein in your incantations when you're trying to summon magic in battle. You have to do it shorter. It's too time-consuming the way you're doing it and stuff like that. And she's also like, if you can beat me tomorrow between breakfast and tea time, you can have the remains that I claimed. It's not really a prize of war and everything like some of the former 8 heroes that they basically dealt with, who were maniacal and crazy and very prideful and saw them automatically as a threat. This woman is not seeing them like that at all. In fact, we find that she's taken in a lot of former soldiers from those battles and such like that, put them to work in her vast orchards where she makes wine, and there's this comical moment where Chaika hears how delicious it is and she wants to try some, and Toru's like, no, you're not doing that. And of course, Frederica is still after Toru to make a contract with her to become a Dragoon Cavalier, thinking that they could easily beat this woman and everything like that. And of course, we leave off with a cliffhanger that the battle is yet unfolding between the trio and this Lady Claudia. But we also find out in this episode, picking up on Gillette's loss and his little faction, basically Nikolai has been, bumped up to be their leader. He wants to still hold on to the name Gillette, though, as far as what their party is called, and they're going to still be investigating the multiple Chaikas. But the shock toward the end of Season 1 with Vivi, who was very much part of their group and had romantic feelings toward Gillette himself, in finding out that he was basically killed, she semi-transformed. We find out in this episode it was only a half transformation into a Chaika, and it's like, WTF, that. But even more so when they pick up with it in this episode, she's visited by this holographic entity called Guy, calling himself Guy, who we saw basically talking to Chaika proper in Season 1 on occasion. And he's basically kind of telling her, look, you've only half transformed. You need to deal with this. And you'll understand more if you undertake the mission you're supposed to, which is collecting Arthur Gaz's remains. So it's like, wow. Basically we have this confirmation that she is totally a Chaika, or at least semi-one by the time this episode ends, and it's just like, boom, we are back in action with the series. I'm uber stoked. Can't wait to see where we go and what gets revealed in the handful of episodes we have following up from Season 1. And, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. If you've seen the episode, what you thought of it. Are you excited that it's back and to see where the story goes as I am? And otherwise, I hope this video finds you well, and I'll catch you all later. Peace.